One of the cases I go through closely in the book is the case of Angela Davis. Most of you know her in her woke form, but she was a very impressive young woman. No question about it. She studied at the Sorbonne. She then studied under Adorno in West Germany. And she was teaching Kant already at age 24 in the UCLA philosophy department. Now, I can attest from having struggled with the first 5 pages of the Critique of Pure Reason that that's a very impressive achievement. So, yeah, no problem. She's teaching in the UCLA philosophy department, and there's another professor at UCLA named Arthur Jensen. And Arthur Jensen, in my generation, was very famous for this article in Harvard Educational Review saying black people are genetically inferior to whites in intelligence. And Angela Davis said, when she was asked, that Jensen is an exploiter of academic freedom because he is maintaining that it can be scientifically demonstrated that black people are genetically inferior to white people. He's maintaining that he has the right to talk about things like the genetic inferiority of black men. Now, 2 issues arose. Number 1, whether or not he had the right to teach. But there was a second issue. The second issue was Arthur Jensen was Angela Davis's colleague. And one of the rules of academia, as it's been passed down by the Academic Professional Association, the association, it just slipped my mind, but the AAUP, American Association of University Professors, that you have an obligation to respect the research of your colleagues. Or as they put it, you should show respect for the opinion of others, and you should respect and defend the free inquiry of associates, even when it leads to findings and conclusions that differ from your own. So, here's my question to Nadine. First of all, should a professor who thinks that black people have the IQ of a baboon, should they have the right to teach? And number 2, was Angela Davis morally, or I should say professionally obliged to respect his research?
The devil is in the details. The facts are very important. So you have a right to teach as long as your teaching satisfies the professional standards of your academic peers. That's another really essential aspect of the AAUP standards. When the AAUP essentially formulated the ideals of academic freedom that we still adhere to, they did it back in 1915, they said, look, research should not be, and teaching should not be subject to political power, to corporate power, to economic power, etc., but it has to be consistent with the highest standards of your particular discipline. So if the disciplinary consensus is that, his research is flawed or fraudulent, then he doesn't have a right to pursue it.
This article appeared in the Harvard
Yes,
Educational
but as
Review.
long so
He met the standard.
then he has the right to publish it. But here goes the details. I would say he does not have a right to teach in a way that carries forward his ideas about racial supremacy into how he treats his students. You may say, well, it's impossible to separate.
Yeah, I think that's crazy.
And I think that's a very important point, but let me tell you about 2 real cases that we had here in New York during the period that you talk about as political correctness in the 1990s. And as a real coincidence, there were two cases at exactly the same time, and the professors had quite similar names. One was Leonard Jeffries. He was black, and he believed in black racial superiority. He used the term sun people to refer to black people, and I think ice people to refer to whites, and he truly believed, and he wrote a lot and he spoke a lot about how white